Welcome back into Good Morning KU. Farzin, Vousoughian here with us. We're honored to have on the set right now Gale Sayers, who played for the Kansas Jayhawks back in the early 60s, taking some time to be with us here on Good Morning KU. Gale, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure, thank you.
What's it like being back here at the university, back in Lawrence?
Well, we have a home in Lawrence, and I'm living in Chicago, but it's always good to come back, and every time I do come back, and I'm trying to help the football team and things like that. So I really enjoy coming back.
And this week, of course, is the spring game.
Yes.
Charlie Weis will be having that. A lot of former KU players will be coming back for the game. By the time we air this, the spring game will have already happened. But have you kept in touch with any of your old teammates or anyone else that's going to be at the spring game this week?
Well, I'm quite sure that there's been many that will be here that I know. I played with Mike Sheehan and helped recruit Taylor, and I'll be back, and there'll be a lot of people coming back that I know.
And what was it like back when you played for KU? You played for Jack Mitchell, who was the head coach at the time. What was it like playing for him at the time?
Well, Jack was a great coach. I really enjoyed playing for him, and back then there wasn't a lot of minorities on the team. But when he saw me, on the playing field, he knew that I would be playing because I was faster than most of the running backs, and I caught the ball better and saw a hole better. Yeah. And so he said, "Well, Gale, you're gonna play. So just stay in shape, and we'll get you in there."
And that's why you got the nickname the Kansas Comet. And yes. You were the first NCAA player to get a 99-yard touchdown run. You did that against Nebraska.
Yes.
I'm sure you remember that very well, even though it was a while ago. Take me through that. What do you remember about that play, and how were you able to break away free for those 99 yards?
Well, it was an interesting play. I was going around left end, and if this play was being called, my play, I was going around the left end, and I took the ball and turned the corner and made one little move, and after that, it was history. I went down for 99 yards.
What's it like to being the first player to have that 99 touchdown? You basically paved the way for a lot of players in the game of football to do that.
Well, I didn't think about it. We were behind in the ball game, and that put us ahead in the ball game, that 99-yard touchdown run. And so I wasn't even thinking about, being the player who did that first time or whatever. I just wanted to win the ball game and see if we can win the ball game against Nebraska.
Now, following your time with the Kansas Jayhawks, you went on with the Chicago Bears and a very illustrious career with the Bears. What was it like being part of a franchise that is now one of the most respected franchises in the NFL today?
Well, I wanted to play in the National Football League. We had a great friend named Buddy Young. He played football in the National Football League, and he said, "Gale, they got the AFL and they got the NFL." He was my coach, really, and he said that I want you, and Pete Rozelle wants you to be a part of the National Football League. And I really feel that if you be a part of the National Football League, you can be good. And he said that the AFL, we don't know if they're going to be there or not when you play, but they did come around and sort of another league. But I enjoyed being a part of the National Football League, and I felt the best football is being played in the National Football League, and I felt that hey, if I stay healthy, then I can get to play. And when I went to the National Football League, George Howard was the coach of the Chicago Bears, and he was a great man, a great football coach, and a great person, and he and I got along very, very well. And so I hit 99 yards, and after that, I did some other things. But it was fun.
And you mentioned you went on to do some other things, and you were eventually inducted into Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1977, along with running back Frank Gifford and quarterback Bart Starr, just to name a couple of people you went into the Hall of Fame with in that class. What's it like to have your name beside theirs as some of the best to ever play the game?
Well, yeah, it was a great feeling when I got into the Hall of Fame, and it's something I'll never forget. I was the youngest player to ever to get into the Hall of Fame, and I only played 68 ball games in my career with the Chicago Bears. But during that time, I had a pretty good career, and so I'll never forget George Hollis. He was a great man, and he helped found the National Football League, and I really felt comfortable there, and I had 6 knee operations, but I played my career out, and then did some other things. Came back to Kansas and with the Southern Illinois as an athletic director and different things, and so I felt good that I did what I wanted to do. I went back to school here at Kansas and got my master's, and became a stockbroker and set up a computer company, and so I did a lot of things that helped me get back into business and things like that.
Very cool, awesome. Last question I want to ask you before we take off. Kansas Jayhawks with Charlie Weis entering their 3rd year. Any thoughts as Kansas continues to go? It seems like they're starting to make a little bit of progress with him as their head coach.
Let's hope so. Okay, I like Charlie. He's a nice person, but we need to get better players. No question about that. We have to get some better players, and hopefully, Charlie came from Notre Dame, and hopefully he got some keys back at Notre Dame that we could use, or we can maybe bring some of those players to Kansas. But we just have to get some better players, because the ones, not everybody, but the ones we have now, I just think that we just have to get out there and bust our tail to try to get better players.
Awesome. Well, Gale Sayers, who played for the Kansas Jayhawks, went on to play for the Chicago Bears and a Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. Gale, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back with more after this here on Good Morning KU.